All right, all right, all right. Welcome to Goof On Tonight. It is Friday. Friggin' March 1st. We did it. Look at this. I thought I had it straightened out. We are in March 1st, Friday, 2024. How is everybody this evening? Oh, just hanging in there, waiting to do the show, trying to get the background up and running, but it doesn't want to work. I know, it's fine the way it is. I get it. But, we have a certain thing we do, and it needs to be done. And if it isn't, pretty soon this background, the green screen, all that's going to be gone. Because we're getting ready to paint the office here, the studio. And got the paint picked, got all the tools. All I got to do is wait for the people to finish doing what they're doing in the hallway bathroom, and then we're going to paint. Yeah, probably next weekend. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. It'll look a lot better. I can do more things. I can do the things that I wanted to do that I said I was going to do and do it. All right, anyway, tonight, nobody cares. You guys don't care about whistleblowers anymore. I know you don't. Nobody wants it. Everybody knows. We want evidence now. Because TTSA, AARO, and I believe Saul Rosenberg, the Saul, are all entertainment. That's it. It's just entertainment. It's window dressing for the truth. Now, I'm going to be telling you the same things I've been telling you for the last 17,000 years. Nothing is going to change in ufology. There was a guy today who said, hey, yeah, if it wasn't for Elizondo and Mellon, we wouldn't have moved the needle at all from 2017 till now. And I'm like, did we? Did we move the needle? Yeah. We did. They did. I don't know if it was they. They did it. But it was the time that they were around that mainstream media went nutso over Eleganzo and Mellon and all the other minions in this beautiful, beautiful field of ufology. Yeah, I know. I'm a little crooked. Get that. I think I just wore this shirt. Looks like did I just wear this one? I don't like doubling up in the same week. Actually, 2 weeks. But a lot of my shirts don't fit because I lost so much weight, but now they're starting to come back. So, yeah, how you doing? Let's do a little roll call and get this shindig going. I've got more than enough to go around tonight. It's going to be one of those shows where the subject is just on the move. It's going to be good. David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Welcome to this show, Mr. Man. Good to see you. Kelly Lewis, the EW is here. See that? The EW is you. Get it? Got it? Good. Samo Goofonian Rockstar. Welcome, bro. Bug-eyed. Welcome to the show. Hey, Mr. Leadfoot. How you doing, Rich? Good to see me, you. Anjali. Oh, Anjali. Welcome to the show. Anjali. Anjali, she's not a guy. Oh, Anjali. Welcome to the show. The True Few. Who are you? Welcome to the show. The needle has not moved since the 50s. I like your style. You want to know when it moved last? I'm sure you know. Roswell. Woo, 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 woo. Then they took it back. Right? The needle moved, and then it went back. In 1953, the years you're choosing, we had the congressional hearing on UFOs. Public interest. It was right there. And then all of a sudden, They came out with, the MJ-12, the Project Blue Book, Astroglide. The whole thing took a new meaning to probes. Aaron, welcome to the show. The Angel of Goofon. Guess who? Jeanette. Hey, Jeanette. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Tony, how you doing, eh? You love your person. I don't know if that's about me, but whatever. All right, I'll get rid of the accent. I'm just messing around. It's not me. FAP, how you doing? Rich, I'm going to buy a few new shirts to mix them up in forward rotation. Just need an address. It's already on the internet. Just put my name in. Now, I appreciate that, but I'm real particular on the way things need to feel when it drapes over my shoulders, back, neck. Thorpanku. Thorpanku. Welcome to the... What's up, AJB? The AJB, everybody. Welcome to the... They did muddy the waters, David Wilcox. They moodied. Hey, what do you say, Glenn Collins? The big GC. How you doing, Chief? There he is. Ozzy Tiger from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. He's always alive. He's always here. What are you doing? I see you in the morning. I see you at night. Well, it's different in your time, I know, but it's good to see you, man. Nice to have you there in the mornings, too, at the old AG 111. By the way, Paula Faust is here. Welcome to the show. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. Got to keep moving. Stars and Night Vision, how can I not? Welcome to the show. Moody Mongol, everybody. Stars and Night Vision. It's just his cap throwing a shade on one eye. Who, me? 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 Hey, David Roke. Lighting tonight makes it look like Richie has two different colored eyes. That is funny. I just talked to somebody, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, about eye color changing. Yeah. I know who it was now. I remember. Yeah, no, my eyes are the same color. They look the same to me. Yeah, and I think you're right. It was this draping over this eye, making it look a different color, but they're the same. Sorry. All right, let's get started. Like I said, a lot of show tonight. And don't be shocked by how many people are not showing up here. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Hey, the shadow band strong. I'm seeing it everywhere. Yeah. Remember those? Remember in January? We had 200 people, 170, 300. Like we thought we had turned the corner. I'm like, oh my God, well, they finally took the shackles off. False. And then February hit, and we had the worst month we've ever had. And March, we should rebound. So we'll see by Monday. Monday, it should get better. This is why I'm working on other things. Do you understand? Yeah. The ufology is so shadow banned. It's really true. It really is. It is. I'm in the middle of making a little movie about it. I don't know, man, but it's bad. It's bad. All right. So I'm supposed to starting the show off with this. Let me see if this is it. I've got, just to get you guys in a good mood. Because I know there's a lot of people out there who don't like laughing in ufology. You can't have any jokes whatsoever in this field. So I'm starting off with one. Yeah. And it's a little risque. It talks about a bush. That's all I can say.
In the 80s, women had a full bush down there, a full bush. 80s, full bush. 90s, landing strip. 2000s, bald. 2023, cock.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I thought that was very clever, short, and to the point. Hey, I forgot. Murder Hornet. Hey, how are you? Sup? I know you've been around longer than 2 months. Thank you for becoming a member and supporting the show anyway, man. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Murder Hornet, throwing it down. That's right. You can help support Goof on the same way. I forgot to mention it because, it doesn't matter anymore. But you can help support Goof on. All the links are in the show description. You know what to do. PayPal preferred. Thank you, Murder Hornet. Good to see you, too. Hope everything's going well with you this year so far. Things are starting to turn around. All right, let's move. You guys didn't like that? That was a funny joke. That was a funny joke. I'm sorry. I had to play it. How dare you play that in a UFO show? Talking about bushes? It's funny. All right. And it says, play it. It's funny. So I did. And now I want to show you something completely beautiful. Can I do that for you? You ready? All right, let me do this. This is really amazing. And I'm still waiting to see my first. I have yet seen this with my own eyes. But I know it's true because it's in Wikipedia. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I forgot. Where are my keys? Nope, I got them. Iridescent clouds. This is really the best, one of the best ones I've ever seen. I mean, wow. Wow. Come on. This is beautiful. It looks like AI made this cloud, right? I like the ones that move, and you see it moving. I don't know how that happens. I don't believe that clouds just move like that. I think it's people in the clouds. It's part of the machine. That's a cool one. That was pretty. Yeah, I said the word pretty. I never say that word unless I mean it. It's pretty. Excuse me. I have a lot of stuff. I wasn't kidding. I've got a lot of stuff. I'm just picking out oh, here's another one. Let's get you started. Now, a lot of people know it rains a lot here in Florida. But one thing people don't realize are the tornadoes. I did that twice. I did that yesterday too. The tornadoes are amazing on the water, like this one. Beautiful. Hey, doesn't play? Let's redo it. You too. All right, anytime now. Yeah, it's not showing up. That's weird. All right. Well, it doesn't want to work for some reason. That is bizarre. I just watched it. Well, you saw the picture. Beautiful, right? Unbelievable. Well, maybe we'll get back to that later. All right, what else? I'm just warming you guys up. All righty. Now, I know a lot of you love Mick West. I mean, love him. He's an attractive, smart man who just knows how to debunk certain things. Here's a debunk he did. This is set up by him. He has this on X so we could... whoa. I just lost everything for a second. Yeah, I'm having internet issues, I think. But everything looks normal. All right, check it out.
Metin is the name of an alien. All right, so this is the tool that I wrote. Let's see, I'm just going to share that. Okay, can you see the globe there?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so this is my Starlink simulator. So
So he's debunking a sighting that happened in the UK. He's saying it is Starlink.
The UK right now. So it seems that you're dark right now. So
Yes,
this is the camera location here. Set to somewhere.
I don't know if you guys remember the sighting.
I can move that around. So if I move it to a position a bit further away from the sunset over here, you'll see these lights start to like pop up.
All right, come on, Mick.
There's a whole bunch of them right. And if you look kind of like north, it seems. Let me just.
That makes
what am I
sense.
seeing? There's a whole bunch. I made them.
That's north.
Satellite's a little bigger here.
Oh my God.
So you can see. Okay.
See, that's why nobody does things live like that. You should never do this live.
And when they move, they kind of move in these orbits like this, and they end up kind of crossing over orbits around here.
Look at all the satellites.
This time of the year, you're not going to see that many because you're
crazy
over here. But like I think earlier in the year or later in the year, depending on which way we're going, the line of sight kind of lines up with over here, because what it needs to be is that the sun over here is behind the satellites.
Uh-oh.
So over the horizon, and so it reflects off the satellites, and you can put the arrows in that show how the reflections actually work.
Look how cool that is.
Right now, you'll see a few.
Isn't that awesome?
There are ones that do go over the poles, but other times of the year, when you're looking at this region here, you see way more, because this is where they're all crossing over.
I got to start using
But
this
yeah,
thing.
you'll definitely see things like this happening. You see the whizzing sideways, but
I mean, that's
right now,
exactly what they look like. They look like kind of lights which were just coming up from the horizon, and they were sort of clustering together and moving off slightly, but they weren't going too high. They were fading before they got too high.
They will fade out. You're looking in this direction. So here, this is a different time of the year. Say if you're looking over here, I could change the month to make it work, but it's a bit fiddly to find. Do you remember what date it was when you saw these things?
It would have been last. Probably about 4 weeks ago, I'd say.
4 weeks ago? So like say 1 month ago. So let's go back to 120. So it would have been a bit better viewing conditions, but not ideal still. But
so far, I'm a little nervous because the satellites are moving, right? Don't they go from west to east? West to east, right?
Move there.
Or am I wrong on that?
Okay, so here you're closer to this region here. Oh, there you go. That's what would be. So they're down in
Are they
Cornwall.
showing us the right angles that they're moving from or to? This is taking too long.
Over here, it lines right up with the maximum intensity of satellites where they're all crossing over in this region. Right. So if I go back and forth here, you'll see loads and loads of things. So I need to move the camera so it's pointing in the right direction. I made them really big so you can see them, but they won't be quite that bright. So yeah, you're going to see all of these things just zipping up to the northwest.
Yeah.
We did take some video, so I actually might be able to send them to you after this. And
however, I get it. We get it. However, the problem is that not every satellite reflects the sun. Just because it gets up in that region that he's showing does not mean it's reflecting back or the opposite or not being seen. I mean, this is just not being seen. Can it not? Yeah, you can have a satellite go up there and in the sun's range and not see it. This is very strange debunk. I'm not too sure that's a true good debunk. The stuff they talk about is going to take way too long. I mean, this is just ridiculous. All right, here, I'll play you this part because I think Mick explains it here best. It's about a minute. Here. Get back to it. I already X'd out of it because I was done here.
By what they were seeing, and they ended up getting
that does seem like a tricky one. Yeah, the problem is, if you had video, we could maybe do something with it, but the verbal descriptions are very difficult to do things with. So you can maybe try to reconstruct what you saw kind of in 3 dimensions, like going to Google Earth and position the camera in a certain location and say, like, I was looking over here and this is where I saw it happen. And are you sure about the distance to the object? I mean, you sure it wasn't like something that was 100 miles away? And
he doesn't know.
It was definitely low down. It was lower than the top of the cliff. So
okay, see, now you cannot tell. A satellite looks like it's an airplane coming in for a landing, and it's 250, 300 miles up. Inexperience right here, guys. Inexperience. He's never seen it before, so he doesn't know. It's okay.
So
okay, so it
as
was
the
in
road-
front. You could see things behind it. So
yes. Well, no, not quite from where I was standing, because the cliff was to the right. I was
Okay.
standing down here, and the road going up the cliff was there. So the family were like sort of there on the cliff, but I was down here.
Did it ever go in front of something? Like, you know, if you got like a
No. Watch,
bright
no.
light,
okay.
like it could be like this light could be, say there was no wall behind me. It could be something in the sky that's like 100 miles away. But if it goes behind something like that, or if it goes in front of something rather, we know that it's closer than that thing. Was there anything that it was definitively
No.
in front of?
No, not that I can.
You, sir, have not seen a UFO. Sorry. There are, well, you know, John Ramirez is the retired CIA guy who claims he's seen a lot of stuff, aliens and whatnot. John Ramirez dropped a lot of useful information about orange or amber orbs in this podcast. And a brief synopsis here says, able to see orbs through infrared satellite sensors deployed in space. Here, let me pull this up for you. And dee-dee-do. There we go. Good enough. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So, able to see orbs through infrared satellite sensors. The orbs were light objects, orange, 600 nanometers in wavelength. How do you know? The orbs were flying together in formation under intelligent control towards a destination. Really? What destination? Can you say that? Absolutely not. The orange orbs were not associated with any nuts and bolts craft. How do you know? This is why John Ramirez needs to be exempt from all of ufology. And I'm not joking. This guy's a disinfo agent at best. He's a POS. Then he says the orange orbs were detected over Russian airspace, but walking their trajectory back indicated they originated from the North Polar Arctic Circle region. Give me. You know, you don't know that. How do you know? You don't know. Dome of light phenomena? We talked to China about this because we needed to place a sensor out there, and it's still there. 1946-47 is when the U.S. government discovered that the human genome contains alien DNA. Oh, God, help us. Please, God. There are family lines that have not only alien DNA, but enhanced alien DNA. Ooh, it glows. It glows. Which is of interest to the CIA because they can operate flycraft. Flycraft, it says? Oh, God, I love this. McMinnville UFO was never debunked because it was real, he says. It was debunked. UPOS of a man. Area 51 was called Station D. I don't know. I never heard that before. UFOs showed up in Vietnam during napalm use. True story. Got that one right. UFOs are just interested in nuclear weapons. But nuclear power and nuclear everything? Medicinal uses, perhaps, he says? Oh, God, I hate this guy. He's just making assumptions. There's no proof of any of it. Now he says this. Hey, and this is for all my people out there who are scientists who can get this signal. There's something about 3 gigahertz that attracts interest of UFOs. Who knew? Who knew? All you need is 3 gigahertz. It's the same frequency range as the Aegis, AEGIS. It's a AN Spy 1 radar on the Princeton or any Aegis cruiser or destroyer with Spy 1. They broadcast at 3.5 to 4 gigahertz, an S-band signal. Now he says, the Newman P radar in Russia is also an S-band radar. Oh, yay! They must be going after UFOs, obviously. It's so stupid. Something about that band of frequencies attracts UAPs. Yeah, you already said that. Listen to this one. Oh, God, he's a genius. He really is. He should be awarded the Nobel Asshole Prize. If you have a Wi-Fi at home, let me go back one. Long before there was a Havana syndrome, you know, where the people in Little Havana, representatives of the United States stayed in this hotel, I guess, and they all started getting, oh, no, my head. And they thought it was a direct energy weapon, right? Something like that, right? At the embassy, right? Yeah. There were other similar occurrences at our facilities overseas, at our embassies and consulates, and the signal happens to be kind of an S-band signal. Kind of an S-band signal? Kind of. Now he says, hey, if you have Wi-Fi at home, you broadcast over 2 ranges. One is in 5, the other is in 2.4 gigahertz in S-band. So S-band is a very prevalent radio frequency range to use. Yet somehow it's associated with the UFOs. Maybe that's why we're all getting abducted. Oh, God, it goes on. There's a list of poop on here. It just goes and goes and goes. 13805 experiencer explains seeing an orange orb from which round spheres came like components of a machine. I know they can read your mind, he says, because I think about them and they appear. Oh, he's adorable. I like his style. Asshole face. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry. Don't buy it. Not from him. I want to go to 13805. I want to see. I'm going to go there right now. 13805. Let's see what this jackboot. This is from KGRA. I had no idea. Here we go. Wait a minute. How did that get up there on my screen? How? I've never seen that do that before.
I believe what they are, you know how these things divide, go in 6 pieces and then divide, scatter out, and come back and go to 1. What I saw were round spheres, components of a machine in there.
Oh, no. Oh, it's John Ramirez's podcast. I should have watched it first.
And
so this guy's saying it, not Ramirez. Okay, that makes sense now.
The only other thing I wanted to say was the most disturbing thing, I've had this experiences for years here, is they can, and I've always been reluctant to say this because, people think you're crazy, but now that it's out in the open, they can read your mind.
Oh, yes, they can. Watch what you're saying. Guess who? Santa Claus. He knows what you've been thinking. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good. For goodness sakes. Oh, the aliens here, the aliens there. They're coming down here and they're gonna go there. They're gonna take you away today.
I don't know how you could possibly try to study something or the military try to defend against something.
Why did John Ramirez just throw us a kiss? Did you see the kiss? Watch.
Experiences for years here is they can, and I've always been reluctant to say this because, people think you're crazy, but now that it's out in the open.
Here it comes. He
they
throws
can
a
read
kiss.
your mind. I don't know how you could possibly tried to study something or the military tried to defend against something.
See? What the hell's going on?
I've been reluctant to say this because, people
Watch.
think you're crazy, but now that it's out in the open, they can read your mind. I don't know how you could possibly try to study something or the military tried to defend against
Unreal, right? How does the military defend?
something that can read your mind. I know they can read your mind. Trust me.
Oh, anytime somebody says, trust me, you don't trust them. They can read your mind. Trust me. How do we know? Because I thought of them and they appeared. I did the same thing, and I'm not joking. I actually did. And there's a video called The UFO Fleet where the night before, and you've seen my story. I've played it here and talked about it. The night before, I was quitting ufology for good. And it was only 6 months into it. I told my wife, I go, I'm done. I hate it. I go, I'm only catching one dot here, one dot there. Yeah, I had that triangle, but it might have been satellites. But, in Mexico, they're seeing fleets and humanoids. And I said, why can't I see anything? I just wish they would give me constellation like Orion's Belt or the Big Dipper. So the next day I go out and record the fleet, which looked like, well, you never saw the question mark, but they made a question mark. Like in the beginning of the video, you see me getting the Big Dipper, Orion, and the genie's lamp, because I said, oh, I wish. And they literally, you can see it looks just like a genie's lamp with like 9 little white orbs. And then they'd break apart and form something else. That's why that video is gold. If I can just get it on the computer, you guys can see the formations taking place right before your eyes. But I'm so stupid. I listened to this guy. He goes, oh, if you're going to have a website, just show the highlight, 20, 30 seconds, because people don't want to watch any more than that. And that was in 05. I'm so stupid for not loading them all up. Anyway, so did they read my mind the night before and then show me in the sky? And then the question mark was the last thing they left me. Like, how dare you question us? Why are you questioning? But here I am 18 years later, 20 years, 19 years later, and I am no closer than the day I was when I took that video. No closer. Sad.
Because I can think about them and they'll appear. And I can do this at will. I've done it for years.
Sure.
What it means, I have no idea. I don't have.
So he thinks he can call the aliens over. And I'm not going to play anymore. We're done with that, right? And he says, anytime I can do it, they just come on over. He's not seeing aliens. He's seeing dots of light in the sky. That's it. And yet we're supposed to just believe because the guy was in the military. Not John Ramirez, this guy talking.
Any recollection of abduction or any of this, but they would appear for me or disappear just thinking about them. And I swear to you, that's the truth. It's strange.
Yeah. Did you hear how he said that? I swear to you, that's the truth. Anytime somebody says that and laughs, don't believe him.
I have no idea. I don't have any recollection of abduction or any of this, but they would appear for me or disappear just thinking about them. And
Here it comes.
I swear to you, that's the truth.
I swear to you, that's the truth, because he's not sure what he saw. It's just dots. It's so unbelievable how many people just get in over their head about dots that don't do anything. He's totally making it up. I keep hearing, oh, there it is. Somebody just sent something in on PayPal. Hey! Oh. Who sent this $5? Julian. Hey, thank you very much on PayPal. Isn't that the first? That's the first one tonight. Thank you very much, Julian. That's $5 on PayPal. You know you can't leave the family now. Once you do that, you're in. You're in. No, you're in the family now. Julian, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Mucho gusto, generoso. Murder Hornet, still a member. Yep. Thanks. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate the support. Goofon definitely needs it, so we appreciate it. It's tough, man, when never mind. All right, let's move along. Something else. I have got unbelievable amounts of information tonight, and because I think oh no, that's tomorrow. I thought I was taking tonight off from the gym so I can go long, but I can't. Wait, I saw this on Alien Girl. So Luna says she saw alien bodies? What is that? A birdie tells me Representatives Luna and Gates had a briefing where they were shown bodies. Just ask Luna about it, it says here. Shown actual alien bodies, says Michael Huntington on X? Or shown alleged images of alien bodies, or images of alien bodies, and they aren't immediately taking this alien experience to the world? It must not be too convincing. Yeah, Amy was talking about it. I kept falling asleep. Let me get rid of these. We don't need any more John Ramirez, right? Yeah, that's funny that people think that she's seen bodies of aliens. No. There's no way on this blue marble are they going to show Representative Luna and or Gates or both anything like that. Anything. They're not going to show reporters. No, reporters. Well, that's what they do, really. They do. They report on everything. She looks like a reporter. So, Representative Andy Ogles on UAP technology is getting a lot of play on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. He talks about the regular stuff, like, they seem to have some sort of propulsion technology that's unknown to man and all this stuff. Science is religion. Carl Anderson on X says, how can you listen to this and still say folks like Elizondo and Mellon have not moved the needle on government attention on UFOs? Nobody on the planet has ever said that Luis Elizondo and Christopher Mellon have not moved the needle. They sure did. Move the needle on government attention. They did. They got the government's attention, which they didn't need to do. But all this was to appease the public's interest. And they gave us a piece of nothing. They showed us stuff that was misidentified. Jeremy Corbell shows us those all the time. The government does too. That's why we're in the situation. But have they moved the needle? Yes, they did. My problem is the needle's slowly going backwards now. It's going from media. No, less media. Hardly any media. Barely any media. Just slightly. News Nation, that's it. Just News Nation. Yeah. It's slowed down to a standstill. We talked about that the other day. Take a listen to him. Whoops. Giddy up.
These UAPs seem to defy physics. They seem to have some sort of propulsion technology that's unknown to man as we understand it. So what does that do to the energy sector? If there's a new, think about the amount of energy it takes to take a craft that's hovering and suddenly it's going Mach 1 in a matter of seconds. The human body can't sustain that as we understand it, right? So the craft would have to have next level technology to protect tissue, if you will, or it's an unmanned type of craft. So again, there's just a lot of questions that have to be probed. But again, if there is this propulsion technology out there and this energy capability out there, not only are we in a renaissance when it comes to aircraft, but we're in a renaissance in terms of propulsion and energy production and consumption. So again, huge implications across the economic scale, both domestically and internationally. These UAP.
Tell us something we don't already know. Yeah, good. Doctor Who said, hi, Doctor Who 534 says, well, I meant when Luna was asked if she had seen bodies, she replied with no comment, but didn't say no. She saw something, but I don't think it was real. I think it was a how do you say that? How do you say that? Reactionatory. She had a knee-jerk reaction to, have you seen alien bodies? No comment. That's what they say. That's a knee-jerk answer for those people, but she could have said no. She could have said yeah, but she went with no comment. Typical. Typical. So, I don't want to talk about this yet. Oh, come on. So, this is interesting for you abductees out there. I want to read this to you. I'll pull it up on the screen. I didn't think I was gonna, but I want to now for some reason. So, give me a sec. 5 seconds or so. Pull this up. There it is. And go. I'm going to read this to you. So, the vast majority of abductees have the memories of their experiences locked in their minds, entwined within a labyrinth of dreams, confabulation, false memories, and induced images, exactly where the aliens want them to be. And if abductees recover these experiences, they endure societal strictures, ridicule, disbelief, and condescension. Oh, like they're condescending. Yeah. Yep. Hold on. Every now and then. So what does it mean here? Did that work? There we go. So this person is saying, yeah, they're not really remembering things, right? The experiences are locked in their minds, entwined within a labyrinth. Oh, yeah, they're real, but they're entwined within your dreams, confabulation, false memories, and induced images. That's right where the aliens want them to be. Or is it that's where the humans want them to be, to have a better explanation of where these memories lay? Oh, yeah, you can go under hypnotic regression, sure, but you're going to get false hits along with truths, maybe. However, it is still looked down upon in the UFO courtrooms. Well, people enjoy listening to the abduction stories, and they do sound legitimate. Hell, I've had experiences where I thought they were real, and they were probably dreams. I say that because every time I have an experience, I don't have any evidence, and even though it may have felt real, I just don't know. But I do know, but I don't. That's why I say the personal experience is the only way you're going to move the needle in your own life. I can't move the truth needle for you. I can only show you what I think is the truth. And I'm not even sure what the truth is. I like to use Occam's razor most of the time. It's what makes sense if you don't have evidence. The most logical explanation is the answer to your difficult puzzle. Right? Isn't that what it is? Occam's razor? The most logical and simplified explanation is the answer to your problem. Something like that. I'm opening up everything at once. Whoa. got some activity here. Hold on. You see? Oh, what is going on? Do you hear that? It's the fan blowing on the computer. The intercooler's working. There it goes. Now it's getting cooled by super cooler. Nice, right? I've got about 40 tabs open on this screen, and I've got about 20 over here. But they're not running videos. It's when they're running in the background is when it logs you down. Bogs you down. I said logs because I saw the word log. All right, I want to play this. So this week, Elizondo briefed reps at an offsite with a DARPA scientist, military UAPTF member, pilot witness, and Obama political advisor. Avi Loeb spoke in front of senior officials at the Munich Security Conference, and Uncertain Vector met with senior Senate staff on UAPDA next steps. Representative Ralph Norman 2 days ago, 3 days now. Well, no, this is last week, I thought. After a classified meeting on UFOs, my God, I guess we're just going to be unprepared and just take it, he says. I thought I played this, but I did not. I never played this. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm telling you. Oh, what the frig is going on? I'm telling you, something bad's happening to the computer, I think. Go.
My God, it's, I guess we're just going to be unprepared and just take it. This isn't political. This isn't politics. And for you young people, of course it affects all of us, young and old.
What was the heart of his talk? Was it on SAP's special access programs, or was it broader?
Yeah, well, it was broad. He answered. He spoke for 20 minutes. At COS, we start at 8. He's talked for 20 minutes, and then we answer questions.
Yep.
And, where's the funding coming from the government? It's been portrayed by the media as a crazies that are...
Wait a minute. He skipped over... Did you see how he just glossed right over where's the money coming from?
It's been portrayed by the media as where's the funding coming from the government.
And then he glosses right over it like he didn't, like that's important. What? I mean, he just asks and then they go right into See that?
It's from the government. It's been portrayed by the media as a
unbelievable
crazies that are identifying, unidentified flying objects. And but
this is an accurate statement. Accurate. By Sean Kirkpatrick. 100% accurate. Good for him. That's why Jeremy Corbell went ballistic on him. Remember? He's un-American. He didn't do what I told him to do or something. He didn't do what we thought he was going to do. We thought he was going to toe the line of disinfo. No. Kirkpatrick told the truth. For once, somebody told the truth. Ex-UFO chief says conspiracy theorists in government drive spending. Mellon, Elizondo, blah, 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 blah. All of them. It's so easy. Good. Hey, look how happy he is, Kirkpatrick, there. For once, he has a little bit of a smile. That's good for him. That's like a homecoming dance smile. Yeah, I know. I'm about to get laid. No, nobody did on their homecoming. Oh, prom. Yeah, I meant prom. Right? Don't we all get laid on prom? No. All right. Some of you didn't go to prom. Sorry about that. But this is true. I love that comment because it's so in the face of all the people who thought Kirkpatrick was there to play ball. You know what they must have done to him? They must have gotten in his ear so much. You need to say this. You need to say that. If you don't say this, the funding won't go. You got to say it this way. You got to say it that way. Tell everybody you found this. Tell everybody you discovered that. It probably drove him nuts. So he said, you know what? The whole thing's bullshit by conspiracy theorists in the government, not me. That's what made them mad. God, I love it. Thank you, Dr. Kirkpatrick, for doing a bad job and a good job. Man, what a freaky world we're living in. Hey, you know, this is fun. Robert Taylor, I don't know if you know the name, a forester from West Lothian, Scotland, encountered a strange object and equally strange smaller objects or entities. I'm going to show you this. It's really cool. You know, I got to start doing this now. I got to start putting them in front. All right. I'm trying something new tonight. That's why. It takes a little long. There we go. Let's see if I'm in the right space. Nope. There. Remember this guy? And his little friends that attacked him? Yeah. Well, they did. Oh, wait. Where'd it go? Well, for some reason, there it is. So he encountered a strange object and equally strange smaller objects. Which were round but had appendages. They rushed towards him. These objects each attached itself to one each of his trouser legs and tugged him towards the larger object, at which time Taylor lost consciousness. Ground marks were discovered at the scene of the encounter. But wait, isn't this the guy who he got attacked by these and they ripped his pants and it wound up being evidence. And these things, these round balls, they spun, like they tumbled over to him and then they like went up his leg and tried pulling him. But I thought there was more than two. I thought there was four of them. Maybe the person who wrote that story didn't get the whole thing, but that's a cool story nonetheless. And nobody believed him. No, not really. Well, they acted like it. Terrible. Nobody believes us. UFO, this says from Jeremy, UFOs are real and the shadow government has been reverse engineering them for decades. They also keep up an active disinfo campaign in the media with many mainstream ufologists secretly working for the intel community. Isn't that sad? Why though? Yeah, I know. But really? Just to get us not caring? It doesn't make any sense. So you're going to fly these things where people may see them, report them. So what they do is they're doing a preemptive shush campaign. You know? They do that. Hey, the lights are they did in Arizona. Tonight, you may have noticed there were some lights in the southwestern desert. That was by the gunnery range down over and just south of the Phoenix International Airport. But don't worry, they're not UFOs. And then they show it, and it looks just like the Phoenix lights. And everybody's like, wait a minute. Weren't those around in 1997? No, that was a real UFO. I was going to talk about some of the drama going on. You guys won't get it, so forget it. It has to do with uplifting tweets, who does these incredible memes on everything in ufology. And he boosted a parody account of a somewhat obnoxious X Spaces host and was canceled, is what it says. Lou Elizondo and Sandcore have assured me that he, Lou, is in contact with Elon Musk and they're trying to work out something. I don't know what the hell's going on. That's why I wasn't going to read it. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for that. TTSA. Well, Christopher Mellon said this. It's good to see the academic community becoming increasingly involved in the study of the UAP issue. Although it is not surprising that there are more UAP sightings out west, where there is less tree cover and more experimental military aviation. It is intriguing to learn that, he says. Won't crack. That is such a silly statement. Although true, but it has nothing to do with the trees. Stupid man. Why do they do that? I know. They don't know any better. They're just talking. They don't know what they're doing. Neither do I. Nobody knows. I need some help and I need it quickly. Oh, hey. Thank you. There he is. So I need some help. Read my mind. Oh, he's going to the mic. It's not going to work for you. Nobody can hear you. He's telling me telepathically what to say. No.
Major Kehoe, I understand you have 3 new reports on file, which in your opinion, you have them currently on file, and they're new reports. And these, in your opinion, would convince every person in this country that flying saucers are a fact. Is that correct?
They should convince a lot of people because of the names involved.
Tell us about it.
I told your interviewer in Washington that I couldn't mention the names because they were too high. One of them is a top scientist in this country whose name would be known to everybody.
Well, why wouldn't he want his...
Because he's afraid of the official ridicule.
He's afraid of official ridicule?
That's right.
More afraid of official ridicule than of possibly alerting the country to a serious national danger?
You'd be surprised how many people give us reports and they say, please keep my name confidential. Well, I'll give you one report which came to us. The name has to be left out. In 1951, a UFO circled the fleet in Korean waters. It circled it at high speed, and they launched several planes to try to get a close in on it. They got a radar lock on. That is, the radar was guiding the planes toward the object.
Mm-hmm.
This was picked up by radars on 14 naval vessels. This object circled about, for a half an hour more, and then it took off at a speed way over in excess of...
Okay. Come on now. In 1951, they recorded a UFO for half an hour. Where is the footage? Where? 14 radars. Yeah. I thought the same thing you did.
1,000 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
This report was certified, and 9 members of our Board of Governors saw it, signed it, and agreed that they had seen it, and agreed to the contents.
Yeah.
There is another report that just came in from 4 top missile designers or engineers at one of the big plants in this country. They saw an elliptically shaped object and 2 small round disc-shaped objects flying with it over California, November 11th, 1957, at a speed of at least 5,000 miles an hour. These men are well qualified to know what they see, with broad daylight, not a cloud in the sky. There have been cases even where the Air Force has shot at these things. Now, if there's nothing there and they don't exist, why do they shoot at them?
Do you know, when I was growing up, you want to talk about coincidences, really, for a second? Me and my friend Mike wanted to work in government. He wanted to be a fireman because his father was a police chief or a fire chief, and I wanted to be a policeman. My friend's last name was Kehoe. Same name as this, spelled the same way. Now, I know this is going to sound weird, but when I used to go to Michael's house, pictures that they had, this guy's face rings a bell to me. When I first saw this guy 20-something years ago, when I got into this field and started doing research and I came upon this face, immediately I thought I knew this guy. I know it's weird. I didn't even know his name, but I saw his face and I'm like, that guy looks familiar. And then when I heard and watched the video and it said Donald Kehoe, I'm like, whoa, this is too weird. You know, maybe if I had stayed in New York and would never move to Arizona, things may have been a little different. But maybe there was some sort of connection there. I mean, it's just weird. Yeah, I mean, that was in 75-ish. So only 22 years after he did this interview. He could have been the grandfather of my friend Michael Kehoe. I've reached out to Mike Kehoe. He was the poster boy for 9/11. He was the cop. He was the fireman walking up the stairs in the towers, and he looks up and they took a picture of him. That's him. I reached out to him twice since then, never heard back. I don't know. He's still alive. He retired. He's living in Jersey, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's finish this up.
You mentioned Mr. Horner. The day after Mr. Horner said that the Air Force was not concealing anything, Captain Gregory Oldenburg, a public information officer at Langley Field, refused to let an ad be inserted in the Langley Base Flyer, their newspaper, which asked that anybody interested in UFOs please communicate and form a little group. He said, I must refuse to do this because the dissemination of information on UFOs is contrary to Air Force policy and Air Force Regulation 200-2. And I have a copy of it here in case you want to see it.
Well,
all right, kids. I've got something. Third phase of moon is in Spain for at least a month. And here's a video they shot a couple of hours ago, posted it. Let's take a look and see what's going on in Spain with TPOM, everybody. Go. Welcome back. Rich Cousins here.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, we're on location. My brother, myself, we're in Spain right now doing a road trip, asking the locals if they've seen the ONVI UFOs. Well, the streets were empty in certain parts of Spain, but let me tell you, we're working on a documentary on location, and we're discovering things that I think is going to blow you away. What we're finding, along with investigator Paula Asteria, will stun you, and we're going to share it very shortly right here at Third Phase Moon. But buckle up, this is the best UFOs of February 2024, and we've got some new ones for you, and we're also going to show you what just rocked the world for the month of February, including
Michael Schratt's with them.
Look at Greer, Michael Schratt on location in DC.
What? Oh yeah, we looked at this the other day.
Ukrainian leaked footage of what looks to be some kind of UFO.
Охренеть, ни хрена. Что это за херня? Это вертолет тарелка. Ну, блядь. По-любому. А ну, приблизь еще. На месте стоит.
Alright, we already know this one.
А в теплах ничего не светит?
Again, the weirdness. Look at the pullback, whatever it is. It's off at a great distance. I'd say at least almost a quarter of a mile. But the camera person zooms in. We're looking at something very legit video. The video here is
Oh.
authentic. Again, the question is, what is it? Some people might say that these are just a clump of balloons, but I don't know. It seems it has these spiky edges. It doesn't act like a bundle of balloons, but
This little thing out here could just be like a hot dog balloon, you know. It could be just looks like there's feet here. Maybe this is some sort of balloon. And he did say it, but to me it looks like it's from SpongeBob, right?
I'm not sure. It could be.
Oh no, I don't know. Look at that. It just flipped over. That's weird.
Could be a mock-up, but I think this thing just kind of...
See, look what's happening over here on this side. Let me go back for a sec. Let's see.
It seems it has these spiky edges. It doesn't act like...
Watch the left side
a
for a
bundle of balloons, but I'm not sure. It could be,
right here.
You know, it could be a mock-up, but I think this thing just kind of stands out as just kind of a strange object. No doubt about it.
I saw this. I would definitely film it. We don't know what it is. He got a pretty good close-up trying to make out some detail. Again, it's still unidentified. Again, Blake, this could be a pack of balloons. That's a good point. Why shouldn't it not be? You got to kind of knock out everything and say, point it out for what it is. Again, people wanted us to share this with everybody, so hey, we did. Again, we got a lot of UFOs. This one, again, it's legit. We just... it could be balloons, maybe.
Absolutely, but again, at 30,000 feet in the air, we've got new video, and I can tell you, I'm still kind of stumped on this one. It looks like some kind of spike or a black spike is just popping out of the clouds. Is it some kind of smokestack, or is it a plume of smoke, black smoke? Again, it's hard to tell. Brent, your thoughts on this? It seems quite large as well. It's like off in a distance here.
Yeah, Sky really had a good, keen eye to see this. Actually.
All right. Now, I was thinking, well, this may be the top of a building. If it were, there would be a flashing light to warn, right? Usually they have flashing lights on top of those towers, spires, and things. I don't know. Is it pareidolia from the clouds? I don't think so. It's very angular, 90-degree turn there. So let's take a listen.
This stalk, this kind of column just protruding out of the clouds. It doesn't look exactly like a tower would. It's kind of like has this wobbly look to it as well. We get a good close-up as best as we can right there. Is this
wobbly? What is a wobbly look? No, I'm serious. I don't know.
This stalk, this kind of column just protruding out of the clouds. It doesn't look exactly like a tower would. It's kind of like has this wobbly look to it as well.
I don't know what that means.
Well, we get a good close-up as best as we can right there. Is this some sort of maybe a missile launch and this is the aftermath of it? I'm not sure.
More videos, buckle up, guys. I told you it's going to be an intense.
All right, last one.
February 2024. We're looking at right now. UK, London.
Okay, you want to know what this is, or you want me to tell you after? I'll tell you after.
Lights just popping all over the place. The person on the ground just can't explain what's going on. Is it static electricity? Guys, leave your comments in this live premiere. Give it a big thumbs up. Watch.
That's so strange.
Anybody want to take a guess on what this is? Because I know already. Even though I'm not there, but I know. You know too.
So obviously the original to the left. We try to enhance it a little bit, get a little closer up to the right, blown up imagery.
Okay.
Again, we're seeing birds fly by.
So
almost like
it's cloudy out. Okay, this may not be what I thought it was.
For the first time watching this
I thought it was balloons that are reflecting the sun, and they're spinning slowly, but they reflect. We have seen that in my balloon test, which I have the video ready to go, just as a comparison here in a minute. But there's no clear sky here, right? It is cloudy. I'll blow it up. Check it out. I don't know what this is. If it isn't reflecting balloons, then what the hell is it?
A few times. Again, guys, I want to get your comments.
That's really, and it looks like they're in a straight line too, right? If I could stop that better, but you can tell that's in a straight line, like balloons.
Static plasmic. Going on right here. This is a very peculiar stuff.
So we'll continue. That's an 1.5 hour long video. I'll put the link to that in the show description immediately following the live stream. I want to show you now. I'll show you my video, the balloon test, which you've seen before. But here it is, and you're going to see a very similar type of action. You won't be able to hear it because StreamYard doesn't allow it on this file for some reason. You'll see in a minute. I'm going to a park here, I said. Right here. And I'm going to do a balloon test. I've got some balloons right here. And they're just party balloons today, but I'm going to do this test and see what comes out. Now. And there they go. And now watch. See? You can see how it's reflecting crazy, and that's just these three or one balloon there. Watch this one. You can see it. It looks like there's lights on it. Am I wrong? That is what's going on, I believe. And you have 6 of those. You have 6 of these. Look at that. It looks like a disc-shaped UFO. Right? That's why I'm telling you, I've countless things that definitely disprove everything we show. Everything that's here. I've recorded it. Anyway, that's the third phase of Moon. Best UFO videos of February. Out now on third phase of Moon. I'll put the link in the show description right after the show ends. All right, now here we go. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. Rose Cuckold. We've been visited. This is from Tim Gallaudet. Isn't that how you say it? Gallaudet. We've been visited by non-human intelligence with technology we really do not understand. How many times are they going to tell us the same thing over and over? Aren't you a little tired of it? I am. A little bit. Just a little. Oh, is it time? Yeah, that was a nice change. All right, Tim Gallaudet. Let's just hear what he's saying. We got to get used to hearing this guy. So let's give him a minute and 2 seconds. Go.
You've said publicly that you think UFOs, UAPs are the story of the century.
We're being visited by non-human intelligence with technology we really don't understand, and with intentions we don't understand at all either.
Clearly, you believe there's a cover-up.
Clearly.
Why are they?
Jesus, he almost spit out his esophagus. Clearly,
you believe there's a cover-up.
I'm sorry.
Why are they covering it up? I mean, you're probably one of the more highly cleared public officials from the military, past serving, who's basically come out publicly and said, you think this is real. Why do you think there is this cover-up? What are they concealing?
This is technology we're still trying to learn.
Wow, what a hard-hitting question. What do you think they're concealing? Ooh, I don't know. What a hard question. What am I going to say that hasn't been said 1,000,000 times over the last 78 years? Come on, man. Ask a good question. Where are they hiding the bodies? Let's see if they slip up. God, why can't these journalists just come out, ask the serious questions, and then try to trick them into get? So I heard they're hidden at S4. Is that true? No, yeah, no. We want them to screw up, but then they wouldn't get the interviews anymore, I guess. So you got to play ball. See, that's what I don't like. There's no such thing with the way things are today. No such thing as honest journalism anymore. Sorry.
And it could give us an advantage in any military conflict. And that.
That's why we want the UFO technology. Now I get it. He just said it all, Tim Gallaudet. We want it just in case we're attacked so we can beat the shit and kill everything in our path. Listen.
This is technology we're still trying to learn about, and it could give us an advantage in any military conflict. And so that's a good reason to not disclose the nature of the technology. We don't want to.
Yeah, because we don't want to tip our hat to the enemy and let them get prepared against this unbeatable technology that literally annihilates anything in its path, even land. It'll eat the land. No, it does. Worms, bugs, cockroaches, they're all dead too.
Release and disclose all of the technology that we've recovered. However, I think it's about time that we do disclose that we are in contact with non-human intelligence. That's what needs to be put out there in the public.
What? Wow. We need to put it out there that we've made contact with non-human intelligence. We need to put it out there, he says. Really?
This century.
We're the technology that we've recovered. However, I think it's about time that we do disclose that we are in contact with non-human intelligence. That's what needs to be put out there in the public.
A lot of stuttering there. Should have been a smooth sentence, but it wasn't. What if I told you, well, you might believe it, that there was a handgun found on Mars? And there's pictures to prove it. Don't we know already? Mars is Earth. Earth is Mars. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Now, let's take a look at this silliness. First of all, it looks like a regular rock to me in the shape of a gun. Although there is some sort of trigger device here, it looks like, the hammers. Well, I don't know if there is a hammer, but there's the trigger. You can see it, and then it comes down here, right? And looks like there's 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This could be a rail gun in hand style. This is a rail gun handgun. Let's look at the other photos. Shall we? Oh. So which way do you hold it? You hold it here or you hold it here? It looks like this is where the handle grip is for a reptilioid. Dun, dun, dun. There's one more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, showing where it came from. If you look at these other rocks, I see what looks like... Oh, my God. Do you see it? You see this rock here? Look way out there. It's the same rock. Unreal. You know where this is shot? Mojave, Sahara, Sandusky. Look at this. That looks like a hand grenade. I think we see a few bullets on the ground. Yep, there's a bullet there. Yeah, this guy dropped his gun in the desert. Please. Wait, what is this? Green Street posted this, but I don't understand. Take a look at the centerpiece. AARO, right? All right. AARO 2024 Historical Record Report, Volume 1. Historical Record Report. As referenced in the Historical Record Report, Volume 1. Kona Blue documents. What are Kona Blue documents? Well, the Pentagon appears to be in the process of posting their new UFO report on the AARO website. AARO? Historical Record Report? It's misspelled? Historical? What does that mean? Links are to older, previously released documents anyway, so I guess they're still prepping this page. And what the frigonometry is Kona Blue? What is Kona Blue? I know what Kona coffee is because I used to get it. But Kona Blue, isn't that what they have to... Wait a second. Kona, Hawaii, blue, Maui. Paint your friggin' house blue so it doesn't get blown up by the dew. Direct energy weapon. Dew. D-E-W. Okay, you want to see something fascinating? How many people here like fairies? Raise your hand. Shut it. There's a guy who has a collection of dead fairies. I know. That's something. Now, if I said that in the 80s, that might get an applause. I'm sorry. AIDS. Look at this. I mean, really? From the private collection of a rich collector, he rented a closed-type guest table for the exhibition. Just a collection of dead fairies. That's all. I can't play that music.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Dang it.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul. What you just said is one of the most... Turn
that off. I hate that they have to loop it. Fairies. That looked about as fake as fairies. I mean, come on. All right, now moving into more serious stuff now, finally. I want to show you a stabilized clip of the UFO craft in which, well, was behind a row of trees. The object has 3 bright lights. It's seen here gliding slowly across the ground. Unusual light feathers, in quotes, appear to emanate from the swirl around the primary lights. The adjacent foliage begin to sway as the intensity of the lights increases. This, my friends, is a sighting. I'm not so sure on what the hell we're seeing. And that did not sound very dramatic, did it? I screwed that up. Play it! I said play it! Oh, yeah. I see. Uh-oh. Wow, this is cool. Yeah, there's no sound, but I don't know what this is. Anybody have any ideas on what this is? Hey, Lunar Sparkles. I don't know what this is. It's weird. Could it just be a fire? Look at that. See, turn this music off. It's killing me. Yeah, I can't think. All right. So these could be figures dancing. Seriously, I'm not even joking. It could be some sort of light beings. What the hell are we looking at? Look, it's not fire. And I feel like we're being duped. Yeah. But this is cool if it's not fake. And it looks real to me. It's stabilized. I don't know, man. There's 3 lights and it looks like the energy's swirling around these lights. You know? It looks like they're, like, let's say they are light beings, angels and shit. Right? What if it is? This is the way I have heard light beings explained. This is exactly what they look like from explanations around the world. You have an image, right? You can't see the image because it's made of light. So you get this effect that we're seeing on the camera. The beings are just emanating love and light. I'm serious. Maybe that's what it is. I know it's hard to hear that from me, but then it says, then this thing shot straight up into the sky. Recording ends due to camera battery failure. Footage was readable from memory card. All right, whatever you say. Right? But couldn't these be 3 beings just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's Dyson sphere maybe? I don't know. I don't think it's a real fire. I don't think it's a fire. Daniel Larson says, yeah, it's a real fire. It doesn't look like it. It's moving. Ah, now there we go. Now that's my kind of thinking. Bohemian Grove, man. True. True. Oh, it looks shot from underwater. Oh, bro. Whoa. I didn't even think of that. So check this out. There's something going on up here, though. Watch. See? Up here? You may be right. This may be underwater. Oh, I'm so silly. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I like McGurk72's explanation for what it might be. Because I don't know. But that is an interesting clip because we don't know. That's the only reason. All right, what do we have here? Oh, there was something else I had to check out. All right, let me go there. Oh, go. No, there. Here. No, nothing new. I was seeing if I2TA had a new thing up, new video today. Classified briefing with alleged video of alien bodies. Added the statement from Matt Getz confirming he attended a classified briefing with Luna. Oh, it's about the alien body thing? Yeah, we don't need that story anymore. Let's get rid of this. Man, what a day. I still have so much to talk about. I don't know how. Let me think of this. All right, here's one. Here's an interesting. So this is an object that was seen over Mexico. And they're saying it's oh my God, I can't believe it. I forgot. I wanted to play this first. Oh. Hold on a second. Okay. What I'm about to show you is something that has been seen many times, but nobody knows what it is. I think I know. I don't know if I told, yeah, I did. I told you the story about this guy when me and Mike, this guy named Mike, met Jaime Maussan in 2005 for a Jaime Maussan convention. It was over at ASU West campus, and you know, it was quite a drive for me, about 45 minutes. And we met Jaime and all of his family that helps him out, like 3 or 4 nephews, and they wanted the videos that we had shot. Well, my friend Mike shot, not me, and they wanted to add it to their presentation, their video presentation. So my friend Mike recorded. Okay, I'll tell you how it happened. I go over to his house. He goes, "You're not going to believe what I captured." He shows me this object, and I could not believe what I was looking at. It was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. He goes, "Keep watching." So I'm watching, and I'm like, "How long does this go, man?" He's like, 10 more minutes. So he fast forwards it to the good part. It was a hefty trash bag caught in a dust devil that was a couple 100 feet up. And he thought it was a UFO. And when the bag, because it was all black and, you know, different, you know what a garbage bag is, it was reflecting the sun in such a way, it looked like the object was made of diamonds. And all these diamonds were showing up. That's what Jaime was calling them too. Look at the diamond, the whole thing. Is the whole video is this? Tis. Ma, this might be the best video I've seen in a long time, my friend. So we could use this video. Yeah. So when he showed it, it got a standing ovation. During the middle of the presentation, people were standing up, clapping. The video I'm going to show you is a representation, not on purpose. But this is exactly, well, not as the one my friend brought was sparkling really quick. Like, it was magnificent. It looked like it was set to some music too. It was beautiful. This is a version of that, but I want you to watch it so you can get an idea. Here we go.
Oh, this sighting, we are very disconcerted.
That's kind of what it looked like, my friends.
In the sky. What is this?
It's a bag.
How to call it? Just watch carefully, and it's morphing itself.
So the morphing he's talking about would be this object, which I think is a garbage bag. It's just, you know, shaping in the wind. The wind is shaping it. That's all. It's not morphing. Watch.
What can it be?
Oh, I don't know.
This is in Mexico City. A video by one of our most respected.
Isn't it funny how all of the flickering of these lights happen on one side of it? It doesn't happen back here because the sun's over here. Yeah.
But look, the lights and the strange dark, like cloud or like strange substance around. I mean, these are the kind of sights.
Yeah, how come they're not happening over here where the shadow is, you hobo?
That we are having now in Mexico.
It's like a cloud and it has energy inside, or?
By the way, the guy who shot this, Arturo Robles Gil, was caught recording balloons by MUFON, and it's a little documentary that's out there. And Jaime's like, "I don't know if that was balloon, but you said, Jaime, this is what your guy records and brings to you. We put the balloons in the air. You did?" Yeah, my friend went about a mile up the road, released the balloons. I was on the roof with Arturo. We saw it. We knew it was balloons, but Arturo said, "This is exactly what we capture on film." And he recorded balloon and said, this is what we capture on film, Jaime. Oh, but you don't know if it's balloon, right? Well, there are strings, and we did release it, yeah, but you don't know, right? You don't know because you didn't capture it, right? Listen to me, Jaime. Those balloons we bought, released with strings. No. Yeah, I have the receipt right here. Let me see. Let me look. Hold on. Oh. Uh-huh. No, it's not the same. That's not a balloon. Jaime, you're going to die on this mound? This is the hill you're going to go out on? Sí. Sí, maricón. Huh? Nothing. Jaime. Gotta slap him in the hiney. In the hiney. New whistleblower to come. Yay! With first-hand experience with a non-human. You gotta hear this. This is 1 minute and 12 seconds. For anyone who hasn't heard this yet, this is a clip of Anthony Williams talking about a new whistleblower that's to come and his first-hand experience with non-human intelligence. Check it out in 3, 2, agoo.
There was a mass sighting in the U.S. in the 90s. His work with the military put him in the area of the mass sighting just a week and a half after the incident. They were briefed on the incident and warned to go from point A to point B. Don't stop. Don't engage with anyone. Just drive through this area and get to where you need to be for your work. His account has first-hand interaction with a non-human being. And the reason why that story is important is because the other witnesses that were with him, one has completely disappeared. Another one was removed from duty.
Hold on. So one of the witnesses didn't just disappear. Completely disappeared. Now, you know when they have to put adjectives in front of words that don't need it. He disappeared. That's like saying, he's gone. 100% gone. Well, obviously, gone is gone. What is 98% gone? So, obviously, I think they're lying here.
In less than a year. And this individual was allowed to carry on his work in the intelligence community, continue on to higher levels of classification to the point where he retired, and then began doing this type of work in the civilian field for the government.
Right.
So his story is extremely credible. It is the first time we have someone willing to say, not only have I seen firsthand, I interacted with and communicated with, and here's my story.
Of a man named Brady who was living among the EBEs, and he knew that one day he'd do an interview where he would lie through his teeth. Then the one day when the liar meant the lady, and her name was Luna, she saw them too, in a skiff room with Matt Getz and the others. They were always in the room with the balloons, with the balloons, with the balloons. That's why they like Luna's name at all. Do-do-do. All right. Neil deGrasse Tyson sheds light on the Nazca mummies during an interview with 60 Minutes host Leslie Stahl, and applauding it as the right first step towards UFO disclosure, he underscores the significance of transparency by advocating for sharing these samples, which we know they're not sharing. Well, anyway, let's listen to what Neil deGrasse Tyson has to say about the alien doomies, which aren't mummies at all. They're just dead bodies. Giddy up.
we have to at least bring out the evidence. And by the way, they did that in Mexico.
Oh.
They brought out the aliens to the Mexican Congress. So that was intriguing. Yeah, they had 2 aliens. You missed that?
I did.
Oh, you missed that news cycle. Okay. So these are alien mummies that they claim they found in Peru. And after they showed them in the Mexican Congress, Peru said, "What are you doing with our alien mummies? Right? How did you get them?" So my point is that's an important first step. You present the evidence. You don't just swear that you have it in a locked box. That's not how science works. So now the next step is send samples of it to other labs so they can verify or falsify your claims. That's how science works. We do that for much lesser stories than 2 mummified alien bodies. So
we do it for lesser stories.
I remain unconvinced by it all. But my people, my astrophysicists, the cosmetologists, we've all we've been eager to find extraterrestrial intelligence or aliens of any kind. We've been looking for decades. So don't think we were somehow shy away from such a discovery. If we find that, we're telling the world that night. And if one visits, here's the one you got to think about. If one visits and it says, "Take me to your leader," are you really taking it to the White House or not? Okay,
Right,
I'm just saying.
Actually, right to the White House. First up.
I would.
Oh my God!
Can I sum up what you've just said?
Oh God! Of course, the libtard. Yeah, I'm gonna bring him right over to Biden. Biden would try eating it. Oh, is this a gingerbread man? Oh, I like gingerbread man. Oh wow! Look at his face. I like the way the eyes are hauled out there, and the way the mouth looks like he's just got done kissing a baby. You know, when you get close and you smell the hair, and it gives you youth and virility. Ooh, I just had a dose of virility. This UFO sighting is the most realistic one ever photographed, videotaped, or documented. Here we go. We're going to do it good tonight. Check this out. It's the only real one in history.
I suppose it could be something extraterrestrial. I mean, it would be just really arrogant to think that we were completely alone in the universe. But at the same time, you know, I only filmed and saw what I saw. Yeah. Well, to people who say that it must be a play.
Sorry, that's amazing, isn't it?
Or something like that. I'd say, you know, just take
hard
look at this.
If there's a real UFO video, this is it.
Because it just doesn't look like any of those.
This is it.
Things. And, you know, I can't imagine how anyone could think it was anything like that. After 2 minutes or so, I think, it actually flew, I'm not sure entirely, but I think it was right overhead.
What the hell?
And it had sort of turned into like a black circle, and all I could see was just this kind of black
I never
circle.
saw this portion.
Aware of this object in the middle of my windscreen that I was driving straight towards. I carried on driving for about a minute, and then I realised that this wasn't like an ordinary plane or a helicopter. I wasn't frightened or elated.
Eyes on cinema. One of the best ever, right? What a great UFO sighting that is. Yeah. No, nobody threw a frisbee up high. Peter, calm down. You're a little bit excited tonight. Calm down a little. I know it's fun to make fun of the fun stuff. I just see you going nuts in the chat room. Well, nuts in the case. There's one more video I have to play. We have gone over so much tonight. Woman encounters landed UFO and struggles with its pilots in 1954 on November 1st in Italy. And there's a literal picture where these little tiny people. Look at this. This is how things looked back in the 50s. This is her account. This is what they looked like. Little humans. Trying to grab her roses and her scarf. I don't get it. Well, I get it, but they were in this capsule. They were in this capsule. The object was very swollen out in the middle and pointed at the two ends. Yeah. It seemed to be covered with leather. The outside of it shone as though it was very polished light metal, but I thought it was leather. Covered with leather. On the lower cone, there was an open glass door, and inside it could be seen two little seats, little scats like those used by children. In the central part of the spindle, where it was widest, there was a sort of roundish glass, closely following the round shape of the mysterious machine. Rosa Lottie heard no sound from it. It was like two cones joined together at the bases. From behind this craft emerged two little men, 3 foot tall, who approached her with friendly expressions, the older one laughing. How'd she know it was older? They were speaking a language that sounded like Chinese. Liu, lao, loi. Approaching Lottie, they snatched from her the carnations and one of her stockings. Lottie ran away. A deep hole in the ground was later formed at the site. So they were trying to interact with her, if you know what I mean. Whoa. They were trying to take her down. Not cool, man. These UFOs are scary, aren't they? They're trying to get at all of us. They really, really are. And it's a sad time to be alive. I'm joking. It's a great time. You got a job in ufology. Check this out. Remember yesterday's show? Anybody who worked in the government, the military, can get a job in ufology. It says here, millionaire quits to study inventions from aliens. Joe Firmage, remember him? Former next Bill Gates, Joe Firmage, arrested for financial exploitation, accused of running a Ponzi scheme. Firmage previously convinced wealthy and influential people, including a 4-star general, to invest in his flying saucer machine. Real estate mogul Brandon Fugel, for example, says he lost millions of dollars. Yeah, good. Too bad it didn't bankrupt your sorry ass. Firmage, who once graced the cover of Forbes magazine with Jeff Bezos, fell from grace after claiming aliens visited him and gifted him with world-changing technology. And the whole video is on Stephen Greenstreet's New York Post. Amazing, right? Isn't that right? That was fun. That was funny. Good stuff. All you got to do is just be. That's it. All right, one more thing. King Milk Fart harassment. Now add Brian Johnson. Oh. So you guys don't know who Uplifting Tweets is. He's a guy on Twitter or X that made memes about ufology. Well, now they're saying add Brian Johnson to the list of people who paid to have followers. This is true. People are doing it all over. Scambian did it, right? Scambian did it, bought views and shit. Fat Tony bought subscribers. Yeah. I mean, how do you have more subscribers than we do, but you have twice as less views on everything you do? That's impossible. The numbers don't make sense because they're buying them. Just like Spaced Out Radio. Spaced Out Radio only has 16,000 subscribers, not 25,000. because his numbers are equal to mine. How does that happen? Because people want to look popular. And Dave Scott on Spaced Out Radio gave false information to his friend who lent him money to build the studio. So he had to act like he had all these listeners and data. It's growing. You're not going to believe this, good friend. Thank you for all that money. But, it's taken time to build this. Look, I've got 25,000 subscribers, friend. I don't know why I can't pay you back yet. Something's wrong. God, the things we know. Check this out.
I don't know who this Ashton dude is at all. I genuinely don't. I noticed him in the last couple of days. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on him clearly generating fake followers. For those who aren't aware, he's generated almost 2,000 fake followers in the past 24 hours. And I wanted to know how I keep hearing the term community. I've never felt part of any community. I feel like people who speak their mind are attacked immediately.
On Twitter, his Twitter followers went up 2,000 overnight.
Bro, it's literally almost 1,500 followers. And that's the same shit that dickhead Chris tried to fucking pull, was he made all these fake followers and tried to say he was attacked. And you guys need to open your eyes.
Yeah, Chupacabra did the same shit.
I don't doubt it, because these people are desperate to try to appear like they have a voice when they're not making any content. I watched that Ashton guy's YouTube live yesterday, and it was fucking pitiful. And I was hoping to learn something and play devil's advocate and maybe even debate him. And the guy is not looking for debate. He's not
Ashton is the guy who does the debunking. He thinks he figured out the MH370. We'll have to do a show on it.
Quite frankly, it's really
it's embarrassing.
It's really distasteful for these fucking poor families that are families of the people that died in this flight. And we're over here giving them false hope. Take a long look in the mirror, because I don't even know how to make a fake follower. But I know damn well
There's services that are very cheap that you can buy literally followers by the thousand.
I'm just saying, there ain't a space I've ever participated in. I've done a great fucking space or two. Not one of them do you get over 25 followers. So that's dog shit. If somebody tries to play that Chris guy tried to say that Elon Musk was helping him, or that it's all the same shit. It's embarrassing.
It's the exact same graph. If you look at go through Chupacabra's followers, literally 2/3 of them are no-name spam bots. It's because you can buy followers.
There are services out there where you can buy all this stuff for all Instagram too. All of these places, people jack up their subs. They jack up their views. It's cheap too. It's not that expensive at all. It's very cheap. To get 1,000 views, it's like $2 or something. So if you're desperate to look like, oh my God, I want to beat Goof on tonight, boom, you just put it in, bam. Sad. I got to show you this though. It's the end of the show. But I want to show you. Oh, wait, is this the one I want to show? Hold on. All right, I got to show you this. So this has nothing to do with UFOs. It's a little political. So if you guys don't like the country, you can leave, or you can pay attention and see how badly things are being run. But this isn't that. It's not that bad. Check it out.
Classes today because the building was needed to house people who came into this country illegally. So what is the president's priority?
Oh, listen to this. Listen.
In store for today.
Thanks, Green. First, a whole high school in New York is having remote classes today because the building was needed to house people who came into this country illegally.
The whole school couldn't have school in New York. They had to do it, everybody had to do it from home. So that means the parents who go to work who think their kids are going to be in school have to now get a babysitter, pay for, or take the day off just because we have too many illegals coming into the country. Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So what is the president's priority in this case? Is it the migrants or is it the students?
Oh!
So let me just clear this up a little bit. So yesterday, New York City informed us that as a precaution, they would temporarily relocate migrants staying.
This is one of the dumbest people I've ever seen be on that stand.
At Floyd Bennett Field to a nearby high school. As of this morning, all migrants have returned to the facility at Floyd Bennett Field. And so anything specific as to the program and what decided to do and all of the specifics to that, I would certainly refer you to New York City for any additional questions.
But if a working parent had to call out to stay home with their kid today, isn't this Biden immigration policy literally taking money out of people's pockets?
So let me just...
Oh, of course it is.
Let me just say, I'm going to actually go back to your first question for a second.
Of course, yeah, just bypass the important one.
That, which is, when it comes to education, migrants, the economy, the president deals with multiple issues all at once.
Not this president.
That is his job. There are multiple things happening all at once.
We know.
And as it relates to this particular question that you're asking me about New York City, that is something that New York City needs the answers to. That is a process that they took, so they have to answer to that.
Oh my God! How stupid is this person?
And as it relates to migrants,
I understand that it's the state making the decision, but you can't answer?
And what's happening at the border. Look, the president has taken this issue very seriously.
He hasn't even been to the border. He hasn't been.
That's a damn lie.
Very seriously by making sure that on his first day, which is almost 3 years, it'll be a couple weeks, it'll be 3 years ago.
Yeah, we know.
That he put forward a comprehensive...
Yeah, and he put 6,000 people out of jobs with the stroke of a pen in 1 second. Thank you.
Immigration legislation to deal with what's happening with the immigration process, obviously, and also the...
Yeah, thanks for the fentanyl. Thanks for the everything else. That's it for tonight. I'm going to get angry. I really need to come up with another channel just to let my anger out. Maybe we'll go to Goof on Lives and talk politics. But then I think all of you will leave and you'll be like, I don't like this guy's point of views. It's not just me. Common sense. That's all I ask for out of a president, out of an administration. Common sense. Don't even have that. Anyway, thank you for supporting Goof On. Don't forget to like the show, subscribe if you haven't. Do you know 70% of the people that watch the show aren't subscribed? Can you subscribe? Don't forget. Also, I want to thank the moderators for doing another fantastic job. As always, I think you're the best, no matter what you think I think. I think you're the best. I really do. And newcomers and veterans, thanks for making the show exciting in the chat room. Even if you're not listening to me, you guys make the show a little more fun in that manner. So I thank you for being that way. And we try to do this every single night. Truthology for ufology. For you and you. And you can still support the show even after it ends. All the links are in the show description, PayPal and Cash App, or even the thanks button. If you're watching something and you see, hey, oh, whoa, what's this thanks button? Thank you very much for hanging out. And we'll see you. Wait, tomorrow's Saturday? I don't know what time. I don't know. Hold on, let me tell you right now. I don't know what time the UFC is on tomorrow. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. 4 o'clock? All right. We'll be on at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Normal time. And thanks again. I appreciate all the support. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Alien bless.
There's look at this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it sound like one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
There's a new video this morning that's on proof for another UFO, bright light descending over the